Hey guys, people of YouTube, thank you for clicking the video. I know there's a lot of videos out there that you could be watching right now, but thank you for choosing us on this congested YouTube space, and welcome to the premiere episode of Habitus, and I'm your host, Joe. So as you can see, today we're going to showcase my Nintendoswitch collection. Full disclosure, I'm not really a Nintendo guy. I'm more of a PlayStation guy, but it's hard not to love this hybrid console. Since it was released in 2017, this baby launched a lot of YouTube channels. I know, I've been watching them. And I'm a little late on this bandwagon since everyone wants to be a YouTuber now. But with your help, maybe I can catch up. So hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get to it. Okay, so how do we start? So first of all, it's Nintendo always had the market when it comes to handhelds. So the 3DS, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and now Nintendo Switch. I know they flopped on the Nintendo Wii U, but this baby's making lots of money right now, right? It's like the fastest selling console. So enough of the intro. Let's get on with the collection. Let's start with the big one. So Ring Fit Adventure. I think this is my most used game, especially now on lockdown, since most of my exercise come from this. Aside from sexy time, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so when you buy this, it comes with the game. And of course, how do I open this? There you go. So it comes in like a bundle. You don't have to buy the game separately. So don't ever buy this used or just the game, because they have to be together in order for you to use them. You can't use the Joy-Cons for this, okay? So, okay, that's one. I'm just gonna edit this. I'm gonna edit this later. So with Nintendoswitch Ring Fit Adventure, Nintendo really showcased their creativity and innovation by fusing exercise and gameplay seamlessly. It's an adventure game. There's a mode where you travel across different levels and you fight monsters, which is gym equipments. See, I told you creative. And you use exercise in order to beat them. I think this is a must-have if you own a Nintendo Switch system, especially now on COVID, right? Next up is my latest purchase. I got this a few weeks back. It's a compilation of all the 3D adventures Mario had, Super Mario 64, which is a classic. I never played it though, so I'm gonna give it a try with this. Super Mario Sunshine, I already tried it, I started it, and Super Mario Galaxy. I had a Wii before. Well, my sister had a Wii, but I was able to play it there. And it's one of it's one of the best Mario 3D platformers out there, Super Mario Galaxy. Bayonetta. It's actually Bayonetta 1 and 2. It's a collection, a combo. So it's the first time I'm playing it on the Switch. I've never played it on the PS3. Never actually finished both of them though. Next, this might be the most or the rarest game I have. Catherine Full Body. You know, Nintendo is no longer like for kids when they had Catherine Full Body in their system. This is originally a PS3 games from the creators of the acclaimed Persona 5. It's an adult game which dealt in adult themes like sex and betrayal. Definitely not your usual Nintendo game, but it's very good on the Switch. They added a new character and more endings. It's easy to beat, but there's multiple endings to this game. So I suggest you try it out on the Switch version, Catherine Full Body. Oh, Soldum, Drop Connect Erase. I've never really played this. I just got this when I bought the Switch Lite. It's a package. So yeah. And I also have some loose games here. Baseball. And 2K18. There you go. Next up is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That's not Donkey Kong, that's like a special character that comes only in this Switch version. I forgot his name. Funky, I think it's Funky Kong. Funky Kong, Donkey Kong's cooler cousin or something. He represents the easy mode there. One of the best Donkey Kong platformers I've ever played, especially now that they kinda upgraded it for the Switch. My kids love this too because they like animals, so I played like the gorilla Donkey Kong, of course, and the stages are very colorful, very imaginative. One of the best Donkey Kongs by far. Next is Fire Emblem Three Houses. I have a habit of flipping the the cover, especially if the art is nice on the back, so that's why. There's nothing special about this, it's really just a basic game. It's not a collector's edition or anything, I just like it like this. So in this there's 3 stories, that's why 3 houses. Duh. You can pick one, the Blue Eagle, the Golden Deer, and I forgot the red one. Red Lion, I think. Yeah, I only played the Blue Eagle. I haven't finished the other stories, but maybe one of these days I'll get to it. Very good game. Highly recommended. You should try this out. One of AAA releases of here in the Nintendo Switch. Of course, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, a remake. Well, it's not really a remake, but it happens back in Kanto region, the first generation of Pokemon, the Pokemon I grew up in. So I must have it. So it's easy. They made it easier, I guess, for people who haven't played Pokemon yet. This is a good entry level if you're just trying to start on Pokemon. And of course, Pokemon Sword, which is released a few years, 2019. So the latest generation of Pokemon is in this one. They implemented a few new mechanics as always with Pokemon to keep it fresh. You can see Pokemon now, and you can catch them in the wild area. I'm sure you know this. This is a big game for the Switch. Dragon Quest Echoes of the Elusive Age Definitive Edition S. I have this in PlayStation. I have a copy of this in PlayStation. But I think by far, the Switch version is the best. Why, you ask? Aside from additional content, additional costume, additional story, spoiler, there's a part where the party gets separated. They each give them a story in this version on what happened when they got separated, and also this is the only version where you can play the retro mode. I call it retro mode. It's actually 2D mode. The 2D mode lets you play it like a classic video game, like back in the 90s when they were just starting, like sprites. This is the best version. If you haven't played Dragon Quest, the latest one, Dragon Quest Echoes of Elusive Age, play it on the Switch. A great party game. Switch one two switch. Always a great icebreaker in parties and get-togethers, right? Splatoon 2. I'm really good at this. It's like Nintendo's version of Call of Duty, but instead of blowing heads up, you just spray paint your enemies. It's for kids and adults. It's fun. But what I didn't like is you now have to have a Nintendo online account in order to play this. They they hid it in a paywall. I wish they didn't do that. Not cool, Nintendo. Not cool. Next up is Astral Chain, another anime-styled game, anime-inspired game, where you control a legion via Astral Chain, and this is your protagonist. You can pick between a girl and a boy. Um, so far, this story didn't got me hooked. I only spent a couple of hours in this. Maybe one day I'll try it again. Maybe I'll get to finish it. But as of now, yeah, it didn't got me hooked. Octopath Traveler, another must-have for the Switch. If you like turn-based adventure games and you miss the old days of Final Fantasy, this is a must-have. You have 8 players, as you can see, that you can choose from, and each of them has a story you have to finish. It's over 100 hours for this game, so it's a bang for your buck. Octopath Traveler. Fire Emblem Warriors. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, another one of those Dynasty Warrior style games from Nintendo with the skin of Fire Emblem and your favorite Legend of Zelda characters here in the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I'm unbeatable back in the PS1 days of the CTR, Crash Team Racing. But when I tried this game, they amped up the difficulty level. It's harder to maneuver the cars now, or maybe it's just been years, even decades since I last played it. Yeah, it's still a good experience. They added a lot of features in this CTR. It's not just the original PS1 CTR. So it's a very good title, Crash Bandicoot Team Racing. Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm very fond of this game because I finished it with my kids. They really, it's fun even though it has a horror theme on it. Luigi the scaredy cat, and they always laugh, especially when Luigi gets destroyed by water. Luigi sucking the ghost by a vacuum. It's a fun game even though it has a horror theme. Well, it's not really horror, right? Because it's Nintendo. Very good game. Just Dance 2018. If you want to get sweaty and get your blood pumping, another dance game from Ubisoft. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. A unique twist on what you call that type of game? It's a strategy game, much like the Fire Emblem houses. But you play with Mario and Luigi and all the other characters you know. This is a very engaging game. And I even bought the DLC for this, where you can play as Donkey Kong. One of the early games I have on the Switch. Must have. New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Switch. This was released on the Wii U, but they added a few more features now that they re-released it here on the Switch. I guess not many people played it because it's from the Wii U. It's a nice platformer. They added Princess Peach here. You can use Princess Peach now, so she's not just a damsel in distress. But about time, right? Super Mario Odyssey. This is the best 3D Mario to date. If you own a Switch, you must have this game. It's a must play. And of course, the one that started it all. Game of the year back in 2017, the launch game that put Nintendoswitch on the map, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Do I need to say more? And that's about it. That's my collection of Nintendoswitch. Thank you for sticking till the end. Thank you for watching. See you next time.